Ugh, I can actually hear you getting fatter.
Richard, you son of a bitch! Why would you say that? Oh my gosh. What a dick Richard is. That's clever. That's clever. I play that soundbite because as I'm about to start the show, I just, quickly look over at Twitter and then I see this headline screaming across the timeline. Vel to go. What is that? That's a single serve limited edition packet of Velveeta cheese because that's what we need. Cheese on the go, not just any kind of cheese, liquid cheese. The on the go packets are going to be sold in 3 box lots, each containing 4 pouches of product. They're available for $5.91 on Walmart.com, but only while supplies last. I got to be honest, I love liquid cheese. One of the funniest random videos I did with Mark Schlereth and Mike Evans was when we were in Minnesota. We didn't want to go to the media night on the first night for Super Bowl week because it was butt ass cold, and then we realized everybody says the same stupid shit. You get nothing out of it, especially since the Broncos weren't in it. So we're like, let's just stay back and just chill. And we did random videos, one of which was us hanging out in some miscellaneous media lounge, and they had cheese in there. There was like maybe 4 people total in this area. And Mike Evans was dipping blocks of cheese into liquid cheese. What's funny is it had like, say, 40,000 views, something stupid like that, of Mike just, clogging his arteries. It's so stupid. Here's the thing with the Velveeta cheese. Like I said, I love it. One of the big things we do on game days as a family is we'll either make wings or nachos, and it's just good. It's just I can't. I'm a foodie. I love good food, and if you get some good liquid cheese, maybe add some Ratel in there, give it a little bit of spice, which is like kind of spiced up tomatoes and stuff like that, and just seasoned. You get it in a can, just mix it in. It's super freaking good, delicious. So, as much as I want to make fun of this, I could see myself using this, especially if you're like, if you're if you're depressed, you're like, I don't want to get a whole thing of Velveeta cheese. I'll just get some pouches. I'm sure you could find a way. Put that on, sandwiches, especially if you're making, what is it, Philly cheesesteaks. That's the way you go. If you go to Philly, which we'll get into some Philly nonsense here in a little bit, if you go to Philly and get a cheesesteak, they better put liquid cheese on it. I don't know why more places that you go across the United States, if they have Philly cheesesteaks, why they always use provolone. But if you go to Philly, they use liquid cheese, like, cheese in it from a can. And it's so much better. That's the way you should make it. If you're making it at home, that's the way you should make it. If you go to a cheesesteak place, ask if they can make it with Cheese Whiz or any sort of liquid cheese. It will take it to another level. The one time I was able to go to Philly when I covered the Army-Navy game, that's where I met Mike Pritchard, and we established a friendship from there on. I'm watching the game in the press box, and they have like an assortment of free food, which if you're in the media, that's what you jones for, is anytime you can get free food. They had a wide, I want to say it was Pat's, something like that. I don't know enough about Philly, but it was delicious. I had like 3 of them. They weren't full size. They were like, a little mini size, but they were delicious. That's the way to go. I'm sorry. Listen, look at me. Look at me. I love food. I do so much. Oh, I could easily, if my wife ever decides to leave me, I'm going to balloon up to about 500 pounds because I love food. Scott, what are you spending your money on? Booze? Drugs? Women? Nope. Tacos. Tacos and sandwiches. That's basically it. Yeah. Delicious. What a way to go. What a way to go. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great day. A lot to get into. Make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening or watching. Go ahead while you're doing the subscribe thing. Go ahead and like the episode as well. That helps with the algorithm and pumps it out to even more people. Excuse me. Today's show is presented to you. I think I just snotted. I sniffed snot right into the microphone. I apologize. Today's show is presented to you by BetOnline. BetOnline continues to be the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion with the largest selection of odds on everything from football, the NBA, college basketball, to NHL and UFC. BetOnline is the number one sports betting source for the new year. From touchdowns to three-pointers and hat tricks, BetOnline has you covered on every game, every play, and every win. Go to betonline.ag right now. It's BetOnline. The game starts here. And speaking of starting, let's do it. Let's jump into those headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
You know, you've probably noticed it at times. There's people that can write good headlines, and there's people that can write shit headlines. There's people that you swear it had to have been an intern or just somebody who's just brand new or a manager. Because let's be honest, sometimes managers are just fucking morons. They got rocks for brains. Anyway. Sometimes you see headlines and you're like, did they even read that out loud to themselves? And the reason why I bring it up is because of this epic. I don't even care about the story itself. It's the headline. Fishermen beat shark off with broom while reeling in a 300 kilogram or 661 pound tuna. They were beating it off. I'm sorry, I'm immature. But seriously, that's one of those things where, think about it. How about fend off? Beat the hell out of a shark while reeling in a 661 pound tuna. Something like that. Instead, now all I can think about is Aquaman.
Go fuck another fish, asshole!
That's from Peacemaker. By the way, great show, Peacemaker with John Cena.
Go fuck another fish, asshole!
Yeah, because he does. After he says that, Aquaman says, "Oh, I'm so sick and tired of that rumor." Then Flash said, "But it's not a rumor. It's not a rumor. You fucked the fish." I'm just saying. But that being said, a 661 pound tuna, that's a lot of meat in there. That's good. That's if you can do that, fantastic. Good for you. Wow. But they beat it off. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm moving on. I know it's immature, but geez, proofread your stuff, guys. Say it out loud. Don't just read it off the screen and be like, okay, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, that's what they did. They used a broom. That's a little graphic, a little over the line, wouldn't you say, fellas? It's disgusting. Maybe just use your hand next time. I'm just saying using a broom to beat something off is just aggressive, okay? It's too much. It's crossing lines. Like the fact that I'm crossing lines by continuing to talk about this story when I shouldn't. I told you like 30 seconds ago that I was going to stop, yet here we are talking about how these fishermen beat off a shark with a broom. Come on. Grow up, guys. Grow up. But seriously, read shit out loud. It helps. It helps. A cat was left on a plane, ended up taking 3 flights before reaching its destination. The 8-year-old cat, Mittens, appeared to have lost weight after 3 trips in 24 hours, which saw her being flown to Melbourne before mistakenly being taken back to New Zealand. When asked how they got the cat back, because let's be honest, it was hiding. It did not want to be there. This is how they did it.
Din din. I want chicken. I want liver. Meow mix, please deliver.
You know that cat's going to be pissed at its owner for the rest of its life, right? And I'm pretty sure that Mittens talks about himself in third person. Guess what? Mittens will never forget this. He's sitting in the corner smoking a cigarette because that's what Mittens does, okay? Mittens is a heavy smoker. If he wasn't before, he is now. He is now. Anyway, Mittens feels disrespected, so Mittens is going to pee on your pillow. Mittens knows it's only been 6 months since you abandoned him, and Mittens doesn't care. Mittens dropped a turd in your Cheerios while you weren't looking. Mittens is mad. I'm sorry. I got to say this real quick. Mittens is the dumbest fucking name for a cat there ever could be. It was cute a while back, say 20 years ago. Now it's just dumb. Unless your kids name it, then you're like, oh, that's fine. It's fine. This is coming from a guy that has a cat named Gary and a puppy named Juliet. What's your puppy's name? Its name is, Cuddles. Oh, that's so terrible. And all joking aside, that cat hates her fucking guts. Cats are already dicks. You just left it on a plane for 24 hours. It's going back and forth. It's dealing with fluctuations in pressure. It probably is the entire time is rolling around in its head how it's going to kill you while you sleep, ma'am. That's what happens now. I would sleep with one eye open. I'll make sure your door's fucking locked. That cat better not sleep with you at night because it will fucking, all of a sudden, it's going to have a flashback and it's going to jump on your face and just shred you. You think I'm joking, but you know deep down, if you've ever owned a cat, that there's some truth in what I'm saying. Cats are fucking psycho. My cat, here's what's funny. I lived alone for the first year or two of my life, and then my wife and I moved into together. And then, I've, had a fucking roommate the rest of my life ever since then. No, but it was bliss living by myself. But I had a cat. Somebody gave me a cat. I don't remember who. I didn't buy it. No, my mom gave me a fucking cat. And it was a black cat. Her name was Pandora, but I gave her all the attention, right? So she was mine and I was hers, right? And then my wife and I move into an apartment together. Pandora goes with us. And she hated my wife. She did, because I was taking the attention away from her. She would sleep right next to my face. And then if my wife would look, she would, one, give her swats or shit like that. It was fucking weird. She was so possessive over me. She was a good cat. I wonder what happened to her, huh? One day the door was left open. Never saw the cat again. Wonder why. Wonder why. Oh, when ladies fight over Scotty, it's crazy. Shit gets wild. Wild. Next thing you know, Pussycat's not coming back. It's not. Mittens. What a dumb name. It's already mad at that lady for because the fact that the lady called it Mittens. You know that cat gets made fun of every time, by Todd the cat next door or Tank and whatever. And then it's like, oh, there's Mittens. Oh, hey, Mittens. Fuck you guys. Oh, what? I just thought it was cold out. Need those mittens, huh? And then they beat it up. Listen, if I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Classic. This tells you how dumb we are as a society. Obviously, we talked about how TikTok shut down for just over 12 hours, roughly. then it came back. But there's a lot of people like me who deleted the app. I'm like, fine, it's fucking gone. And then now the problem is it came back, in a short time later, and now you can't re-download the app. So if you kept the app on your phone, you can still use the app. But if you deleted it, you can't go into your app store, whether it's iPhone or Google Play for Android. You can't go get it because they're being cautious because of potential legal ramifications. So there's a lot of people like me that I don't have the app anymore. If I want to do anything on TikTok, I just go to TikTok.com, like total like boomer shit, right? Well, because of this, there's a stupid market out there for the dumb people out there that have money to burn. iPhones with TikTok still installed are listed on eBay for $1 million. Are you fucking kidding me?
You're not very bright, are you?
If you spend money on that, you deserve to get kicked in the dick. Here's what's funny. You could, am I mad at the seller? No, I'm mad at the buyer because obviously there's some sort of demand for it. I just imagine if you, I would be furious if I spent $100 or whatever on it, right? Because soon as you buy it, you know that it's going to be available in the app store. If you can make money off of it, go for it. Go for it. But if you buy that because it has the TikTok app on it.
No offense, but you are a stupid asshole.
Right. Right. There's no other way to say it. You are stupid and you're an asshole for doing that. What would you do if somebody you knew was just like, dude, I had to get my TikTok app back. I had to. So I just shelled out $1 million. Even if you shelled out $100,000, even if you shelled out $2,000, you deserve to get kicked in the dick. If you're a lady, sorry, you deserve to get kicked in the vagina. That is ridiculous. Don't do that. Are you that desperate? Here's what's funny. Here's what's great for me. Now, I'm able to see the views. The views are shit now. I'm wondering if the algorithm got changed up. But for some and I'm not able to put the banner on it because I'm going through TikTok.com versus through the app. But honestly, I really don't give a shit. But here's what's funny. Since I deleted the app off my phone, the chunk of storage that is available now is insane. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. That's what she said. No, she didn't. But also, like with my kids, because I didn't realize that we kind of fell into this little trap of every single night we'd be like, let's go sift through TikTok. And that replaced reading. And now it's just like I don't have it on my phone. So it's like, okay, let's read a book. Okay. Oh shit. TikTok being gone is a good thing, guys. It is. It's if all of a sudden all the platforms, social media platforms went away, it would probably ultimately be better for us mentally. Financially, yes, it can sting, especially if you're an influencer and you wouldn't be able to make money off of it. That would be that sucks. I get it. But ultimately, overall, for mental health, I'm getting a glimmer, a little fleck of that because I didn't realize that we were leaning on it so much, and now that it's gone off my phone, they're like, yeah, let's just read, let's just talk, whatever. Going back to what we used to do. So fuck TikTok. That being said, once I get it back on my phone, I'm not going to tell my kids it's back on my phone. But I will put it back on my phone so I can mindlessly scroll through it at night. Is wild, man. Wild. If I'm not saying do it, but if you did it, if somebody you know purchases an iPhone that already has the app, the TikTok app on it, and they spend a stupid amount of money on it, I'm not saying do it, but I would understand if you punched them right in the genitals. I'm just saying it would make sense, or throat punch them, right? Or just flick them in the ear really fucking hard. Something like that. I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with that. I'm not saying do it, but I get it. I get it. A woman had to sit and vomit on Qantas airline from Singapore to Sydney. That's just under an 8-hour flight. And that's because a passenger before them that was on the flight that landed in Singapore puked their guts out everywhere, not just on that seat, but into the bathroom and whatnot. And she didn't realize it. She sat down, and she's like a few minutes in, and all of a sudden she's like, "Why is my seat wet? Why is my leg wet?" And then she looked at her leg, and she had vomit on her fucking leg. She said when she went to use the bathroom to go clean it off, the bathroom just reeked of vomit. She brought it up to the crew. They're like, we can't clean it. We have nothing to clean it with. And what happened was the cleaning crew, there's a designated cleaning crew that was in Singapore. They said that they cleaned it. They took pictures of the lady took pictures of their supposed cleaning job. They did a bad job. The seat was still stained. You could see it. And there's, of course, like orangish, reddish vomit dripping down the front of the seat. They didn't do a good job. And what sucks for the flight crew, I get what they're trying to say is like, we don't have the chemicals and the equipment on board to clean this properly. And eventually they're like, well, let's see what we can do. I don't know if they got like wet wipes or what, but they cleaned it up to the best of their ability. The lady said that the flight crew was exceptionally nice about it and very apologetic. And that's good to hear. It's not like they were being dicks about it. Be like, bitch, sit the fuck down. Oh, you too good for somebody else's puke? No, they didn't say that. They were trying to help her. There's just their hands were tied. They just didn't have much to do. At least give her a fucking blanket to sit on, right? That would be better than nothing. Qantas did refund the lady's ticket, but didn't refund her husband and child's tickets. That's kind of weird. Just make it all across the board, okay? Just because she's the voice that's complaining about it doesn't mean that other people weren't affected. Here's what sucks, though. After the flight, like the next day, they had some sort of stomach bug or gastro bug, however you want to say it. So they got sick from there, and probably other people did too. She's the one that is being vocal about it. That's disgusting. That's disgusting because it puts the flight crew in an awkward position, and they didn't know that. I guess when you walked onto the plane, it still smelled. But sheesh, man, I would like to know, like, how bad of a job did they do? Like, I would like to know, what's your equipment that you're using? You're using like a carpet cleaner with an attachment? That's not hard to use. It's not. That's fucking gross. I'd be irate. I'd be irate. But again, it sucks to be the flight crew because they're the ones in the awkward position. Because initially you would just assume it's their fault. But the more you listen to it, like Qantas apologized up and down to the lady that are like, it's not the flight crew, it's the cleaning crew in Singapore that did jack shit, apparently. Speaking of airplanes, a California couple is suing JetBlue for $1 million, alleging a block of ice the size of a watermelon fell from a plane and crashed into their bedroom, causing thousands and thousands of dollars in damages. That's fucking disgusting. Because isn't the ice just like it's like feces, and if it's like that blue ice, it's like that's the shit, something like that. Either way, I could be wrong, but we're still gonna call it a block of ice shit that fell into their bedroom. They better get some money off of that because that's scary. That's scary. Wouldn't that be the worst way to die? How fucking embarrassing. How did he die? He got crushed to death. His head got ripped off by a block of frozen shit from an airplane. Oh my God. That's terrible. Because technically that could happen to anybody. Oh my God. New fear unlocked. They didn't do that one in Final Destination. I kind of want to watch Final Destination again, just because there's so many random things that, like, popped up. I was trying to explain that to my kid, my son, and he's like, wait, what? Because he's seen like a meme of the logging truck, and he said only Gen X will understand the fear that runs through their body by looking at this. He's like, why is that? So that's where we went down that rabbit hole. Just saying, I saw a log truck, I don't know, like maybe a month ago, and that was the first thing that popped in my head. So, and I had to zip past it as quick as I could. Safely, I did it. Fucking terrible. Goddamn movies. Goddamn you movies. Ugh. Fucking disgusting. Even if that didn't like hurt anybody, if the ice ball of shit falls into your house, it's gonna fuck up your house. And they said it was the size of a watermelon. I don't know if it's seedless or just a big ass watermelon. Either way, that's frightening. Because even if it was the size of like a seedless watermelon, that's like the size of a cannonball. And those things used to rip people's faces off and limbs off during the Civil War. So I'm just saying that's some legit shit. That's scary. Scary. You know what we need to do? Let's jump into some sports.
When it comes to tight ends, going deep in long balls, this guy knows his stuff.
He has followers, and not just on Twitter.
It's Sports with Duh.
I got to be honest, the audio I'm about to play you is something that I would do because of having a brain fart or just my brain's just foggy for some stupid reason. The Philadelphia mayor, Cherelle Parker, forgot how to spell, Eagles.
Let me hear you all say, E-L-G-L-E-S, Eagles! We don't promise perfection. I'm so happy that I never have, especially after I couldn't spell Eagles right.
Here's the thing. At least she came out and admitted that she fucked up, because that's embarrassing. But how the fuck do you do that? I mean, she really butchered that. Listen to that again.
Let me hear you all say, E-L-G-L-E-S, Eagles! We don't promise perfection. I'm so happy that I never have, especially after I couldn't spell Eagles right.
I don't know how the fuck she did that. That's fucking bizarre. That is so bizarre. It's not like it's a big word like Buccaneers or something like that. Like B-U, fuck. Buckhead. Is there a K in there? I don't know. No, there's not. Oh, shit. And then, it's Eagles. It's pretty fucking simple. That's embarrassing. I posted that video on X. Steve wrote, "Sorry, Eagles, your mayor just cost you the Super Bowl." Wouldn't that be terrible? If they make it, well, it's shit. Even if they lose this weekend, people are going to be playing that soundbite over and over again. Eagles, and they can't spell Eagles. That's terrible. That's so terrible. Here's the thing. Being a politician, you're always under a microscope by the people that follow you and the people that are opposed to you. So the fact that she did that it's going to live forever. And anytime she makes a mistake, that's going to pop up, right? Every single time she fucks up, it's going to be like Eagles, fuck. It's so bad. What a dumbass. Again, I'm not the best speller in the world, but I know how to spell Eagles. You know, Jerry Jones was asked about it because Jerry Jones is all. This makes no sense, but I'm going to play it anyway.
I want me some glory hole.
Jerry, I just said, how do you spell Eagles?
I want me some glory hole.
The fuck, man? That makes no sense. I just wanted to play some sound bites. You're welcome. You're welcome. God, this show is making me hungry.
What is it, Chaka? What did you say?
Chorizo tacos. Are you saying chorizo tacos? Don't play around because I'm super hungry.
Sounds delicious. Chorizo tacos. Oh my gosh. I'm going to donate blood here this afternoon. And I like donating blood. If you're able to donate blood, you should do it. It's a great sense of pride when you get a message, because I got a message saying that they used my blood in a life-saving moment or something like that. I thought that was neat. They're actually set up at my kid's school, so that's going to be fun. Maybe, I don't know. I just don't want a bunch of like kids looking at me going, "Oh my God, that's a lot of blood." Ooh. But it should be, it's one of those things. I don't know if you're able, not everybody's able to do it, but if you're able to do it, you should. Plus, they give you snacks afterwards. I would be very happy if afterwards they had those Velveeta, liquid cheese packs. Just start squirting that in your mouth. It's okay. It's okay. What? People do that with ketchup. You tell me people aren't going to do that with Velveeta cheese packs? Yes, they're going to fucking do that. That would be delicious. Holy cow. Anyway, I hope you guys laughed a little bit in this episode. If you want to join the show, please do so. I love it when you guys do. Tomorrow's the last show of the week. Maybe we'll make the mailbag explode. Send me a message at DeHuff Podcast on social media. You can slide into the DMs or just do it on the timeline. Or you can hit me up on my email, dehuffpodcast@gmail.com. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to hit that like button on this episode. And if you didn't already, hit the subscribe button as well. Big thanks to Bet Online. Go check them out at betonline.ag. It's DeHuff Uncensored. Let's continue to move forward. Guys, have an amazing day. It's DeHuff Uncensored. I'll talk to you next time.